Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jordan Sather here reporting for duty on April 4th, 2018. So I'm going to start doing these news and Q videos a little bit differently, and you guys can let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. But I'm actually going to split up the Q reporting I do from the news articles that I feature on the screen behind me, and I'm going to start doing Q videos specifically on their own in these screen captured vids. And that's going to help for, I think, a couple of reasons. Again, you guys can let me know what you think. But first of all, you guys are actually going to be able to see what Q posts a lot easier when I'm talking about it, when I have the screen capture, as opposed to when it's on the TV behind me. And also what this is going to do is, well, one, give you guys more videos, more content to watch, but also it's going to free up the time that I have in those videos with the screen behind me. Rather than taking up half of the video just deducing Q stuff, I'll be able to spend more time on more articles in those videos and then spend more time going into the Q things in these videos. So this is going to be the format, I feel, from this point forward. Let's get to it, though. Enough talking about that. You guys can let me know what you think. So we're going to begin right here with posts primarily today on April 4th. Again, in the video that I did this morning, where pretty much most of it was covering Q, I went through all of these posts from yesterday. A lot of big posts referencing the IG report, seals broken. It was talking about Epstein's Island. Why is Epstein spending so much money to bury the tunnels under it? A lot of references to the Pope and the Vatican. And check this meme out right here that Q reposted. If Satanists took over the Vatican, would you notice? Ugh. But anyway, let's get into all these posts today. I'm going to read through them pretty quickly, and then I'll give you my thoughts on any point that I think I can expand upon. Again, I'm kind of reading a lot of this for the first time, much as many of you might be, because I think these posts came out just within the past hour or two. I mean, this one came out like 10 minutes ago. We might even still be posting. We'll see if this refreshes as I go through it. We'll start here, 1008. It was not supposed to be revealed. POTUS is not under criminal investigation. Not yet. Traitor. So I'm assuming that means there's still a leaker somewhere within the White House. Right here it says Manafort was a plant. Trace background. Open source. Who was arrested? Non-U.S. A Russian guy was arrested, I believe, in the Russian investigation. Carter Page was a plant. Trace background. Why is Mueller going after inside plants? Flynn is safe. That's very good news. Right here it says J.A., Julian Assange, Seth Rich, MS-13187. That means murder. Seth Rich, looking like there was a hit on him from some people, was not a botched robbery, as they say. And then some other things that are said down here. I don't necessarily know too much about these specific drops, but then we have the April showers here again. Assuming things are going to be showering down this month. Let's hope. This next post right here, troops to border, clown black ops, private funds raised how? And this post right here, you could see the very last couple lines. The wall means so much more than you know. And right here, it's discussing why. The wall isn't just for immigrants. I mean, that's all that can really be said on a public level right now. But it goes so much deeper, and it goes into things that can't necessarily be said on the mainstream media. And that involves the trafficking of basically everything you can think of for black market money. Right here, sex trafficking, children, drugs, guns. I would even add organs onto this list, bringing over the illegals so they can do the hit jobs for the deep state, right? So this is all the stuff that comes over our border very easily. And this is why the wall is so important right now. I mean, I think I might have ruffled some feathers with some things I've said about the wall in the past, and that I don't believe we should have walls anywhere on this planet. We should be able to, roam it freely to our heart's sovereign content. But in the meantime, we have some pretty evil people that have power, and they can still do some really evil stuff, and they want to traffic some things in here and some people in here for nefarious reasons. So in the meantime, absolutely, let's build a big-ass, beautiful wall to keep all this shit out. And then once, of course, the deep state is cleaned up, all this evil is cleaned up, we can tear down those walls. Next post, money, power, control. People are simply in the way. We are essentially less than slaves, less than sheep, less than pawns. We are nothing to the elite, right? And this might be a newsflash to some, it might not be to others, but the deep state right here, mass extinction events designed to decrease threat level of population. I haven't even read this one yet, and my mind is already going to where I haven't even read. I was going to mention how the elite want a mass extinction event. They literally etched this into the Georgia Guidestones that they wanted to lower the population of the planet from 6 billion to 500 million to live in, quote, peace and harmony with nature. Whatever that means to the elite. But that's exactly what they wanted, and they wanted to create this mass extinction event through whatever way they could, through contrived war, through disease creation, through making us impotent and so toxic that we can't even reproduce, right? Check it out down here. Wars, fake, top happy, right here. Pharma, water, air, chemicals pushed for home use cleaning. Like I just mentioned, chemicals everywhere. Water, fluoride, air, chemtrails, your perfumes even, chemicals pushed for home use cleaning are extremely toxic. It's one I talk about often is make sure what you're using for hygiene to clean yourself, your body, and your home around you isn't filled with a bunch of chemicals that are going to completely screw you up. Right here it says vaccines, not all. I would like a little bit more information on that, as far as I'm concerned, at least quite a few, many vaccines that are pushed upon us are extremely toxic and are only used for that mass extinction event to cull the population. Tobacco, opioids, all of these things, even alcohol. You know, I think alcohol is one. Q probably didn't want to drop it yet. That might be a little bit too much for some people's egos, but I would even put alcohol, all right? Ultimate win is death and money. You know, death, yes and no. There's no money in a dead person. There's only money in sick people. But, of course, if there's too many people on the planet, well, that comes into play. The Fed, Rothschild, conspiracy 3 times. That's, of course, what the mainstream media is always trying to pushing it harder and harder and harder as more and more people wake up. I love this one right here. The choice is yours. That's literally it. In the time of, you know, with all the information there is available, it's only up to you how much you want to see. Right here, Revelations. Revelations, you know, you could attribute that to the Bible, but if you look at the etymology of that word, just simply means the revealing, to disclose, for all of us to wake the heck up. Let's see over here. North Korea diffuse. So North Korea, of course, the deep state's proxy army, they can't use it anymore. The strings have been cut with North Korea, so they're trying to bang the war drums with Russia. Call Russia the new threat. Coincidence? Of course not. They must maintain threat to retain power and influence. The classic problem, reaction, solution scenario, guys. The deep state creates the problem, and they've already created the solution to give to the public once the problem is released into the public. And then the public goes, oh, save us, save us. Then they give us the solution, of course, they already have pre-planned. It's how it's always been done. That's why false flags are so crucial to their agendas, because that is the problem that they create. Then we react for them to offer the solution. Right here, our thoughts, prayers go out to the 4 Marines that were lost in Southern California. You know, I saw this news story a little earlier today. I didn't throw it into my news update this morning, but I did get some intuitive hits on this that there must be something more to it than we're seeing. Q right here saying their sacrifice will never be forgotten. And now I'm wondering what the circumstances are behind this helicopter crash. Very odd, and also very odd that they're Marines too. So maybe a behind-the-scenes operation that we don't know too much about, but bless them. Right here, Twitter clowns, Operation Q dash, number letter, false drops, bot push, future conspiracy push to the norms. Like we've been saying, there's a massive push in the mainstream media to label conspiracy as, you know, ridicule it as hard as they can. Bad mixed with good, taint, they are scared. And I'm assuming right here, this means the psychological operations that I've kind of been discussing lately, and that is the psyop of disclosure. They're going to give us some half-truths, some half-assed disclosure, as I normally call it. So they're going to mix in some misinformation with true information to just confuse the population. And I've, of course, been talking about this in regards to the UFO/secret space program issue. That's probably the easiest one to put out mis and disinformation with because so many people are unaware of it. But I would imagine that it's such a desperate situation for the elite that they're going to have to do this conspiracy push with every topic, with every concept, not just UFOs and secret space programs, but they're going to put pretty much every conspiracy topic out there with both mis and disinformation just to flood the marketplace. You see, just to confuse the shit out of truth seekers. So that's going to be coming very soon, which why I'm also going to be splitting up these videos as well, just to try to do more of them. You know, there's so much in this info war going on to cover that I'm trying to cover it all as efficiently and as quickly as I can. Right here, 1014, MZ to step down as chairman. Mark Zuckerberg, I'm assuming Mark Zuckerberg out of the US even, at Jack Good Luck. Little coded language maybe to the creator of Twitter that Mark Zuckerberg's already skipped town. He's already dipped out of the US. And maybe Q here telling Jack to do the same because, of course, the hammer is about to drop on Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, Google, giant corporations. Can't wait. On that note, find me on BitChute and DTube. Right here, 1015. Example, Gateway Bridge Project. All of this money going to some interesting names. A lot of money to Chuck Schumer for Israel. I don't know. Is that all in the omnibus bill? Interesting drop. Right here, 1016. Hussein timeline, 1/2017 to today, meaning president's inauguration date to today. Cross-reference POTUS's travel schedule with the White House visitor log, 11/22 to 1/18. Huh. So, in the couple months preceding Trump getting into office there, I'm sure that in the White House, that visitor log is going to show some interesting names meeting with Obama. Maybe names that were trying to cover their ass. Names that are implicated in a lot of illegal stuff, trying to get in there and see what they can do before, of course, the battering ram of President Trump getting into office. Right here, the Analysis Corporation, TAC, Happy Hunting, and then in Anon already finding out that it was started by Brennan. This company, the Analysis Corporation, started in 1990 by former CIA Director John O. Brennan, as you can see. Track edits. Track edits of the Wikipedia page. Q, I'm assuming, is referencing, because I'm sure a lot of data is going to be swiped off of that. So Q giving us a note. Watch for the magic bot. I have no idea what the magic bot is. Last couple posts here, 1019. Now we know why YouTube is linking to Wikipedia to verify, and Anon is saying. And this is, of course, YouTube adding information from Wikipedia to videos about, quote, conspiracies. We've kind of known this for a few weeks now. What's funny, and I've covered this in a previous video, but Wikipedia, on their Wikimedia page, they released a statement that said that they didn't even know that YouTube was going to begin using them for to post next to videos. So Wikipedia didn't even know that this was going to happen, which this adds to the evidence of how panic mode the elite are, because they're doing all these deals and trying to do all this stuff without them even consulting each other about it. And then right here, Q says, learning, follow the loop. Reminds me of that Biggie song, give me the loot, give me the loot. But here it's Loop Capital. So that's what Q's referencing here, I'm assuming. Loop Capital being dropped in these posts before, with Q saying follow Loop Capital and do some digging. I'm sure you'll find some connections in here, possibly with these two companies. Very last post here. This just dropped again like 20 minutes ago. This saying, used against them, NG now active, National Guard, refer to old drops regarding Saudi Arabia and National Guard. The wave. April showers must be flooding the place, and the wave is coming soon from that. I remember near the beginning of when Q started posting back in November, there was references to Saudi Arabia and the National Guard being activated. So I'm imagining that it's activated now to combat, 1, false flags, 2, a lot of bad things getting across the border, and so on and so forth. So anyway, that's pretty much it for all the latest Q drops, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, let me know what you think of this style for these Q specific posts down below. And thank you all for your support through PayPal, Patreon, grabbing some awesome t-shirts. I'll be putting some more designs up on my Spreadshirt account later. Soon here, actually, probably this weekend. And then also remember to go sign up for the newsletter on my website. And that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I will be checking in here soon. Take care, everybody.